Yo, 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 what's going on? Just something I want to kind of just run by you all. Good evening. I know Monday Night Football's on, but the cool thing about making a live is that it stays on your page and you can kind of add to it, as you go along. Um, I just think about Fields of Faith. For those of you who know what that is, we had an event last night. Maybe I can pull it up and show you guys. We had an event last night with I think it was Amy Allman had posted about it on Facebook, and she had said that around 700 people have attended that booger, and it was just a great night. Of course, you know, I had fun. Try to share my screen here. Um, I had fun at Fields of Faith, but you can see Amy Allman's post here where she said we had around 700 to attend. Uh, and just some really good pictures of the event. You kind of get an idea of like how many people were there. Just a great turnout, a great night, fun all over the place. Just a lot of good people everywhere. I mean, what a blessing Fields of Faith is. And golly, I was looking at my memories and just looking at over the years how many years we've been doing this, man. And it's like every year it gets better. We had a whole crew of people serving. So cool. So many people step up. And that's kind of what I want to kind of just talk about a little bit here, real quick. Several kids gave their life to Christ. And I don't know how you belittle that. I don't know how you go home the same. We're looking at a season and a time where people's hearts are really hard. And to see somebody come to Christ now, that's amazing. And gosh, so many kids uh, end up giving their life to Christ or making a confession of some sort. So it's like we I was just processing this last night, like how many people came forward, how many kids came. We had some kids pray, they were stuck in their walk. Man, and then we had some kids that I issued a challenge. Like, hey, don't be a punk, step up, be a leader in your school, love your neighbor as yourself, represent Christ. Um, Here's what I was thinking about. Um, we had some people give their testimony last night. Two young people, Parker and Kaylin, gave their testimony. I should have had their pictures ready. Unbelievable young people. It's kind of weird. I get to say young people now. I'm like old enough now where I can say young people and mean it. Unbelievable young people. Amy shared her testimony. Awesome. The band was awesome. But I'm not in no position to say thank you. But I think sometimes, one, I think we don't take salvation as serious as we should. Um, that's my conviction. It's an absolute miracle to see a teenager come to Christ now. There's a there's a lot of reasons why a teenager doesn't want to be a part of the church. And to see that miracle last night of that many kids say yes, man, unbelievable. I was on the stage, I was doing the altar call. Here's what I think a good part of the problem could be. Consumed by Fire, very gifted, very talented band, unbelievable band. I'm friends with them, they're the real deal. But so many people whose faces we did not see played just as large as a role of kids coming to knowledge of Christ, kids going to get prayer for their walk, and the kids that said they're going to step up this year. Um, and I don't like to single people out because you call one person's name, you got to call everybody's name. But I was just convicted. Last night we were tearing down. I had some of the kids from the youth group stay, and I made Dylan recruit some kids, and we're tearing down with the band. And we got the band loaded. And as I was pulling off, I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw the man who was the first one there and the last one there. And that was Mike Golay. And he was tearing down the stage by himself. He does it every year. He sets the stage up by himself every year. He tears it down by himself every year. And he's just as important to that event as the people that are on the stage leading worship, praying, sharing their testimony. I just kind of want to remind everybody that you're important to the kingdom. Your contribution is so important. Um, your prayer, anything you do for the kingdom, it's not just people on the stage that are putting on the show. People made cookies, people worked the concession stand, people donated money, they donated hot dogs. I mean, hundreds of people stepped up so this one event can be done. It's the largest ecumenical event in our community. And if we're not careful, we think it's about who's on the stage. You need to pray for the people on the stage. That's why you want some advice. But look what Jesus said. Jesus said, when you give, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. I just want to encourage those people who do things behind the scenes, and you probably won't ever touch a mic. You probably won't, and you probably don't even want to. I know a lot of people don't like it, but just thank God for you, those of you who made the 600 cookies and the 600 hot dogs. I mean, it's real work. Um, the people that the Neosho County women's basketball team and Amy's mom and Amy's dad and several other people are picking up trash, so that we don't disrespect the property. All of you that will never touch a mic, never touch the stage. I just say, God bless you. And from a local church standpoint, if you're serving your local church like that, where you show up and you're the second graders Sunday school teacher, and almost everybody you don't you can feel like you don't exist. There are some thankless jobs in the church. And last night, and just to all of you who are serving and just coming alongside your pastor in the local church, those of you who come along pastors and you say, "Hey, I'll do that, pastor. Let me do that." And it's boring. There's so much of the kingdom that can seem boring. But when you see those kids come forward, man, that's good stuff. Eugene Peterson looked at Matthew 6:3 like this. He says it like this. He goes, let me pull that up real quick. He says, when you do something for someone else, don't call attention to yourself. When you help someone out, don't think about how it looks. Just do it quietly and unobtrusively. That is the way your God who conceived you in love, working behind the scenes, helps you out. And God does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that he never gets credit for. He does. We forget to tell him thank you for it. And sometimes we think that the people on the stage, and Consumed by Fire is gifted. So they're gifted and talented people, and that's awesome. But sometimes we over validate the work of the stage, not the people who built the stage. And we were working together, and what a blessing, what an absolute blessing it is for people who say, there's only one mic, there's one stage. Lord knows if you give DJ a mic, whew, I don't know when he's going to give that mug back. So here's my last thought, and I'll get out of you guys' hair. We don't need more leaders. We need more servants. This is not a good era for the church right now, the local church. Um, and sometimes it's the people on the stage that's the problem, no doubt. Most of our problems in the church because of the dude, me. Um, but we need more people. That's just my thought. I was thinking of Mike Golay, and just what a blessing, bro. He doesn't complain, minds his own business. Big old dude. So don't send this to him because I don't want him coming to beat me up. Big old dude, strong, ox strong. He's a throwback. He's a man's man, but just serving. Good father, good husband, just serving. And I think I was listening to a sermon today from a mega pastor, and he was like, if you're going to be a CEO, we got to do great things. We need CEOs. We need welders. We need dads who weld. We need dads who won't be on the front of a magazine. We need moms. There's nobody more unappreciated than a mom. You know, when you forget your backpack, you don't say, "Let me call my dad." At school, your sophomore year, you call your mom. Mom gets off of work, and you just don't appreciate it. And those people, those servants like that, I believe there's a special place for y'all in heaven. The Mike Golays, man, the people that don't look like they're getting anything out of it. May not be true, but they do the little just I want you praying about your service to your local church. You may never get recognized, you may never get a text message, and we should honor one another. It's not about that, but the Bible talks about honoring each other. We should be striving to say thank you to one another when we do things, but at the end of the day, you may never get that. I just want you to know the Lord sees you and you're behaving just like God. When you do stuff behind the scenes, God does infinite more than we could ever do behind the scenes. This big old God who's always working while we're sleeping, he's holding the universe together. Doesn't get any credit for it, even from church people a lot of times. So that's my thing. It's like, um, thank you to everybody who did Fields of Faith from behind the scenes. Um, that event doesn't start when we hit the stage. Amy already called me this morning. She's already working on next year. I love it. There's people just working behind the scenes, giving money behind the scenes. And now I want you to take that same energy to your local church. God has given me a love for most of these churches in Chanute that I know about. We got some really cool churches, man. We got some pretty cool pastors right now. This is a good time to come alongside from a local level and serve alongside some of these cats. It's a good time. It's a good season. I saw Doug Jacket last night. No bigger servant on this planet than Pastor Jacket. Nazarene Church, beautiful church here in town. If you think Doug is beautiful, his wife is more beautiful inside and out. This is a great time. If you don't trust the church, you had a bad experience at a church, you need to go to the Nazarene Church. Check out Doug Jacket, Pastor Jacket. Good peoples. Love the Lord, love others. This is just a good time to get involved in the local church and behind the scenes. So God bless you. Mike Golay, all you guys, man. Gosh. I was talking to oh DJ, shame on you. Who was I talking to? I was at the Fields of Faith event last night. I was talking to who was I talking to? Oh, Hendrickson. Oh gosh, just good peoples, man. Just serve. Don't have a dog in the fight. Just serve, man. This is a good time to be that person. I just want to encourage somebody and say thank you. All right. I think we may have coffee with DJ tomorrow. I don't know. Until then, if it ain't Kingdom ain't worth it, God bless all of you. All of you.